Hey everyone, I just want to make this quick video. Well, I don't know if it'll be quick, as you can tell by the timetable that you just got clickbaited. Oh, how could you guys be this dumb, bro? I just totally surprised you. You got pranked, man. Okay, before you click off the video and dislike and send a comment, I apologize. I had to do it. I had to get those clicks. Don't worry, I'm not quitting YouTube. I'm not even taking a break. Nothing bad is happening. Basically, the big news, the big topic in today's vlog, I'm moving again. Yay! You might have guessed that because in my previous video, I think it was in my previous video, it was a vlog, and I mentioned how, you know, it's really clean, my room right now, and I didn't say why. You might have guessed it's because I'm packing and moving. And you would have been right, and it might have been confirmed by the box right there. I started packing a little bit. That's the reason why the video quality right now is a little bit different and worse than usual. It's because I'm not using my camcorder, which I hook up to my computer via my Elgato. I'm just using like a normal 720p webcam, so apologies for that. Yeah, that's the big news. I'm basically moving houses again, and for some weird reason, my parents love doing this. Every time I have a big life-changing and life-altering event that happens in you know, to me and well, basically me in particular, my parents pile on with another big life-changing decision. If you remember the first time I moved, well, not the first time I moved in my life, but the first time I moved when I had my YouTube channel, and the first move you saw when I was making videos, I was transitioning from grade 8 to grade 9. So, and that's a big life-changing decision for any kid, right? You know, going to high school is just a big thing in every kid's academic and social life. I was already very stressed out and nervous and anxious little grade 8-year-old boy. And my family was like, you know what? I know you're stressed. Let's move houses, and not just move houses. If you guys didn't know what I've talked about, and if you guys were a fan back or viewer back, then we moved an hour north to the country. Yeah, my whole life, ever since I moved to Canada when I was 3 years old, I've been a suburban / city kid, you know, not like a downtown, like New York City style kid. Basically, I think I'm allowed to say this now. I don't think it's dangerous. I'm in like the Toronto area. I'm not in Toronto. I'm not in the big city of downtown Toronto, but I'm in like a little, you know, small cities that are slightly smaller, that are outside Toronto or in the Toronto area. I've been living in those small cities, which I'm gonna call the city in this video from now on. I've lived in the city / the suburbs my whole life up until that move from grade 8 to grade 9 when I moved here to where I am right now, which is an hour north from the city. And you might not think that's not a long drive, but an hour north from the city, apparently, just off the one main highway, is literally just the plain old country. It's literally the stereotypical town, small town of like 1,000 people, and they all like know each other. So yeah, our family decided now that we are moving. I guess we're moving back. We're moving literally back to the same city that we were in my whole life before we moved here. So just to hopefully stop any confusion, a little bit of context. The city is the city that I've lived in my whole life before the move here to, I'm gonna call it the country, because the country is an hour north from the city, right? So those are the names I'm giving it. I don't want to give the actual names for obvious reasons. We actually already bought the house, and we actually have, at this moment I'm recording this, we have 2 houses that are in our name. But only for like a week, so we're not paying 2 mortgages or anything. Yeah, that's the big announcement basically, but I'm gonna keep talking on just in this vlog about a little bit of why we moved and just a little bit more about what's going on in my life. But if you don't want to hear about that, you can leave right now, and thanks for watching. But for those viewers who are a little bit more invested in my life for some weird reason, let's talk. And well, I'm talking and you're listening, and I'm rambling on and probably going to be going off topic for a lot of minutes, but this is what you signed up for. So why did we move? Basically, we realized, it just took now to realize that our family, we are not country, small town people. Ever since we moved here 4 years ago and up until now, our whole lives, our whole, you know, work and social life is still rooted and connected to the city. It's still connected to a place that's an hour drive away from here. My parents, they work in the city and they've always worked there. They've never worked here and they're never going to work here in the country. Me, I don't go to school here in the country. I go to school in the city, an hour drive from here. You get. I'm gonna be like a broken telephone a bit in this video, so hopefully you can bear with that. But my sister and I both go to school in the city, and my parents go to work in the city. All of my friends are in the city. Everything we do, even on the weekends when we're not doing school and work, where do we go? We don't go apple picking. We don't go to country fairs. We go to the mall. We do city, suburban stuff. A great analogy that someone told me, I think it was my cousin, it was basically, he was saying about his own house, but it applies perfectly here. My house now that I'm living in, that I'm here right now, it's like a hotel for me at least, and probably for everyone else too. We just go here in this town and in this house just to sleep. Don't have friends here. We don't do activities in our spare time here in the country. And there are a lot of great things about living in the country. And it's not, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it wasn't a fit for us. It's a fit for a lot of people, obviously. You have a lot of close family friends and just close friends in general. It's a small town, you know everybody. There isn't much crime at all. There's like no crime here. Obviously, all the stereotypical benefits of living in a small town happens, and we recognize it and we experienced it here, which was great. But then all the drawbacks to the country and all the benefits of suburban and city living, it just kept cropping up on us, where it was just in the back of our heads like, you know, was this really the best idea for our family and for our lives? And I guess we realized no, so we're moving back. We're actually moving back to the same city we lived in 4 years ago for my whole life. The biggest thing why my family decided to move is just the driving. As I said before, since our family is so rooted in the city, every single day we drive like total of 3 hours and, you know, that many kilometers or miles, like every single day. That uses so much, well, it wastes so much time, it wastes so much gas and gas money. It's just not ideal to be driving this much every single day, because my dad drives like an hour and a half every single day there and back, an hour and a half there and an hour and a half back, just for his work every day. My sister and I take an hour and 10-minute long bus ride every single day there and back. For me, I also, these past few years, I couldn't hang out with my friends and do stuff because I have to I can't just, you know, usually if you want to hang out with a friend, you just call up. It's such short notice. It can be because you're only like 5 minutes away from your friends and you can drive or take the bus or walk. Well, here, no, I have to like, every time I want to do something, I have to like set plans like weeks in advance. I have to make sure I have time to drive and I get a ride, because an hour-long ride to do stuff is so much time wasted, where we can't just, oh, if I forget something at home, I can just go back. No, I have to plan everything. I just couldn't hang out with my friends nearly as much as I could have and I wanted to. The first move, when we moved here in grade 8, when I was in grade 8, well, I was done grade 8. This is the summer of grade 8 to grade 9. I associate the move and the house itself with just a lot of bad things that kind of happened to me and just a lot of regrets that I had. So if you guys don't remember, the summer of grade 8 to grade 9, which was I think 2015, that's when we moved. So we moved in late June and early July when I was done grade 8, 2015, and we got this house. We had it, but it was it was really like old and like a fixer-upper. So we decided to renovate pretty much the whole thing top to bottom. So that, you know, cost a lot of money and it took a lot of time. So I don't know if you were a viewer back then, you might remember this, but you know, during that summer of late June, all of July, and most of August, I was out of commission for all that time, because since the house was getting renovated and we weren't living in our old house because we sold it, we had to stay somewhere. So we stayed at our uncle's house, and I didn't have a computer set up. I didn't have this computer set up at my uncle's house. So for the whole summer of 2015, when we were waiting for a house to be renovated, I couldn't upload videos, and I kind of blamed that, and I think that was a big reason why. Because before we moved, my channel was was growing pretty well, and you know, I was uploading like almost daily. I think at least 3 videos a week at least. So then when I didn't have a computer for that summer, I kind of stopped making videos. I only had made like 4 videos total, maybe even 3, and they were all like vlogs during that summer. And then bam, that's when my YouTube channel kind of stopped growing and stagnated, and it's been stagnating ever since that dreadful grade 8 summer in 2015. So obviously it's not all the move's fault and not me having my computer that did this to my YouTube channel, kind of slow down the growth. Obviously I had a part to do in that, and just not being responsible enough to kind of pick it back up to where it was. But still, YouTube is such a cruel platform like that, where you have to keep uploading and stay on your schedule, that your regular schedule, forever if you want to grow and be successful on YouTube. So you can't take breaks, and I in grade 8 took an inadvertent break where I barely uploaded, so I kind of stopped my YouTube channel. So that's the biggest thing I associate with the move. I'm a bit bitter about when I moved to this house. Also, another kind of first world problem I have with this house is the Wi-Fi here is just so bad. So that also didn't help with my YouTube channel situation at all. Basically, every time I want to upload just like a normal 10-minute video that's maybe like 800 megabytes, that would take about like 2 hours to 3 hours to upload. And back then I was making big files because, you know, I was making like long gaming videos, right? They were like 720p, 60 fps. So those became like 1.5 gigabytes in size, the video files. So then the upload speed would take 3-4 hours every time for one video, which is just so stupid. And it's ridiculous. When back then I could upload a video in like 10 minutes, and that's why I could regularly upload. And also now in this house, whenever I upload a video, during those 3 hours, the Wi-Fi just wouldn't work for anyone. It would be so slow where it wouldn't, the actual download speed would throttle so much because the upload speed would take up so much bandwidth. It might be an excuse of why I'm not uploading regularly. Obviously, these are all just excuses. They're not the main reason. I recognize that they're all mostly primarily my fault. It's just that the move, the slow Wi-Fi, the being out of commission for the whole summer, not having my computer, not seeing my friends, they all just didn't help my situation and my life. That was my long drawn out way of trying to say I'm glad to be going back. I'm glad to be moving back to the suburbs, to the city. My family and me, we're suburban people. We're city/suburban people. We belong there. My friends are there, so that's why I kind of belong there. The Wi-Fi draws me there. So yeah, that was basically it. Hopefully you got some entertainment out of this. I was basically wallowing in self-pity the whole video. Yeah, I actually visited my house, and just using the Wi-Fi there, oh my god, so glad to be back, just to put it lightly. The Wi-Fi I get there, 70 megabytes per second down and 10 megabytes per second upload speed. Thank you! And the biggest thing that I really want to do that I think I really missed out on is live streaming. Now you might not think that's a big thing, but live streaming became super popular recently with the whole Fortnite craze, remember that? So yeah, I realized that, you know, this is another topic for another video, but my channel has another reason why my channel has not been doing as well as I hoped is because I've been doing too much variety. You know, I used to do gaming, but then I got a lot of my views and subscribers from like tutorials and technology, but I love making gaming videos. So I realized kind of when I was living here, the perfect way to balance that is to make most of my normal videos on this channel the technology, the tutorials, the thing that get a lot of views, and live stream all the games I want to play. And you know, that would have been perfect because you guys get both content, but they're not mixed into the same thing. So I don't have like two different viewer bases. You know, I have the people who stay on my channel for gaming to watch the live streams, and then those people who kind of stop by and watch the tutorials and stuff. But obviously I couldn't do that because my Wi-Fi was so bad. But now I think I'm going to be live streaming a lot more with my new house. When I get good Wi-Fi during the summer, I'm going to be hopefully uploading a lot more consistently. Yeah, you're going to see some changes hopefully, and hopefully some for the good. So this was way too long of a video. Thank you guys so much for watching this. I'll see you in the new house. This is the last video you're going to see in this setup. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm sorry I clickbaited you. I'm sorry, but I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.